Yeah, and then coming back to the workshop yesterday, one of the questions we have been asking lately, which is an absolute trap, and I'm a dog for doing it. But just like, what would you do with your business if you were given $1 million?
Yeah.
Just like dropped $1 million in your business account. What would you do?
Buy a company car, GT3.
And that's it. 2 of them done.
Yeah.
And just identifying what people think they should do.
Yeah.
Versus
what they want to do.
What they really give a shit about.
Yeah, what they want to do, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's an easy way to see if you're on the right path between your thoughts and actions.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, we've spoken about this in different levels. Like, you go to the gym and you see the busy trainer and he has trainers, and you don't get to see any other progressions in your fitness career. That is the only thing you think of as your next progression.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to duplicate that.
Mm-hmm.
Then say another trainer comes in and he is an online coach who's hybrid. So now you have another trainer going, oh, okay, I've got options.
Mm-hmm.
And I get to choose. Then you have another trainer come in who's got trainers.
Yeah.
So then it sways back.
Yeah.
So you really only, like, a lot of people, what I'm trying to say is, like, a lot of people set their goals based on what they see
around them
and what they know.
Yeah.
And it's, I need to go online, I need to own a gym, I need to do this, whatever. And sometimes the going online thing sounds good, passive. They think the income's passive.
Yeah.
You kind of have to work for it.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot to get it.
Do you think that's the biggest lie of online?
Absolutely.
It's not passive.
It's not passive. Passive means you've done it once and you don't have to do it again.
Yeah.
Passive is like if you have a rental property, that's passive. Like the money coming in is passive. You literally, there's no effort outside of earning, like,
do you think face-to-face is more passive than online?
I don't know if it doesn't technically count as passive because you have to be there.
Yeah. But in terms of input per week, to maintain $2,000 a week.
I think to maintain the clientele, it's much easier personally, but I know that's rich because people think that we're dejected from life as a face-to-face coach.
We did it for 9 years.
It was much easier to get face-to-face clients and keep them than it is to get
I
online
think
clients and keep.
Minute,
maybe not keep them, but
if you use like minute of input and emotional input, sustaining a $2,000 face-to-face business versus a $2,000 online business.
Maintain the face-to-face one's way easier.
Yeah, so in theory that makes it more closer to passive.
Yeah,
because it's less effort, right?
Yeah, it's just but even then, it's like it's the definition, right? It's like passive is like the app.
You do nothing.
The app is passive.
Yeah.
So people just sign up and you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
And then you just get money.
Yeah.
It's passive income is blue chip shares. You get a envelope in the mail with money. You know, that's online coaching is not passive. So maybe that starts to because of that mindset, everything else beyond that, which is what's needed to be done, is contradicting to what they think it is, and that's why they struggle so much. So there you go. I've just solved everyone's problem.
Okay.
So their idea of what online coaching is, and
online coaching should be easy. So the idea of spending 10 hours a week on content, resource production, etc., is too high friction because this is supposed to be easy and passive.
Yeah, it's kind of like for a real bad example, like the squat and the hack squat thing. It's like they're both hard.
Yeah.
They're just different hards.
Yeah.
Like this one's fatiguing differently to this one's fatiguing differently if you give it all you got.
Yeah.
Online coaching is the same. It's harder in a different area. It's not you have to wake up at 4 a.m. and go to motivate your client to train at 5. You've got to show everybody on the internet that you're good at your job, you get results, and you can help them. And then you've got to engage in a way for that person to engage with you to book an appointment or to sign up to your program.
Yeah.
That takes repeated effort over time. Where in the gym, it's more immediate.
Yeah.
You go to the gym, you have authority, you have the uniform, you have the ability to get opportunities to sit down with people. The gym pushes you lead sometimes, and you have more of a concentrated area to work.
Yeah.
So they're just thinking of the fact that if I don't have to physically be there, then it's passive.
Yep.
Which I would argue it's not, because you still have to check in with this person, show up, message them, ensure they're doing all the stuff, plan, program. Yeah, sure, like the time per se is
more flexible,
spread out and flexible.
Yeah.
But if you're going into this idea that like people just sign up and you just make money and you can just sit around doing nothing, you're going to be really disappointed, I think.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like
But yeah, but going back to the disalignment with the long-term outcome, a lot of people think that the online coaching is the thing, and it maybe doesn't. And then when you do the $1 million question, it's like, I want to run a face-to-face studio. I want to do this, or I want to do that. And it's got nothing to do with online.
Yeah.
And that's where you'll see where your actual flame, the fire that burns in your belly, like that, you'll see where that is.
Yeah.
And why there's so much resistance to posting online, for example.
Yeah, where the friction comes from based on the goals that you're trying to achieve right now. Like, why is it so hard?
Yeah, or if you do, it does match. Let's say, like, I want to be into education. I want to get into education, a lot of them said.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're not posting online.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, you can work down the chain of why now.
Yeah.
You want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
What's getting in the way?
Yeah. And it's that we had an example of that. It's like, I want to create shitloads of education for people. Okay, well, you're not on social media. Why? It's like, because I'm trying to make sales content instead of just education content. Like, okay, so start.
Both. Yeah, make both.
Yeah, your education content will sell.
Yeah, if you have the time, your education content will... How I feel about education content is it is the best way to build authority.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think if you get good at problem solving and call to actions, you will... It's just you got to do the education content first.
Yeah.
And if you look at most people that others look up to, that's how they started.
Yeah.
It's just that they did enough to get by to lay the foundations. They're probably face-to-face coaching and, just doing all kinds of things to, lay the educational foundation. Then on top of that, they're like, I've got a membership site, I've got coaching available, I'll get this. So if you're engaged in someone's content for so long and it's like so helpful, when you open up spots to work with them, it kind of increases the likelihood, in my opinion.
Yeah, and they're exceptional. Most of the people you're looking up to as well, like that education phase is exceptional.
Yeah, and then they become good communicator, understand the concepts better at their job. It's just that laying the foundation, I feel like people are in a rush.
Yeah.
If people are in a rush to prove to people they're good at their job.
Yep.
And like they use, especially if you're in a face-to-face setting, you use your reputation in the gym as a reflection of how things should be online. No one knows who the fuck you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't have the right to feel that way because you don't have the same reputation that we had at Good Life Point Cook on the internet.
Correct. Yeah. If only.
Oh, life would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you go, well, what is it going to take?
Yeah.
What did it take for us to do it at the gym?
Yeah.
We ran workshops. We did group sessions. We gave information away for free. We put posters around on the machines on how to use it.
Yeah.
There was an ad on the television. There was so many things that we did to position ourselves. And people will think that they can fast track that on the internet.
Yeah.
Because they've already done it in the gym.
Yeah.
And that's
skip that step.
Yeah, and that's probably, distorts the path a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, well, that stuff's beyond me because I already got a good reputation.
Do you think part of it is financial literacy as well?
As in...
So I just wonder, like, people have this impression of, say, like financial freedom or passive income or whatever. Like, you hear all this stuff from business coaches, from the internet, just like everywhere.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate goal, right? But we only look through the lens of the PT business to do that. So let's say you're an exceptional face-to-face trainer.
Yeah.
Online doesn't excite you. And if I gave you $1 million, it's the studio or it's the gym or it's the amazing face-to-face facility and all of that. None of that indicates that you want to live in the online space and move to Bali and work on the beach. So doing that's going to be really high friction. You don't want to do it. But you're like, I need more flexibility. I need income that's going to happen for less time.
Yeah.
And I need something to set up my future and future-proof so I don't have to work split shifts forever, for example.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a huge motivator.
So what if it's a property investment portfolio? What if it's a investment in other businesses? What if it's expansion financially that's not just through your PT business?
Yeah, that would come down to understanding what's available.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like in terms of financial literacy, it's like, well, if I can make 120 grand a year on the floor, I need to get online and do that with, then I have more time and then it's passive and I have the time back.
Yeah.
It's like, well, if you can make 120 on the floor, you probably buy a house a year.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, possibly. Still an element of risk involved in that, I guess.
Yeah, there is with business too, but
no, of course. It's just like maybe some people are just prepared to like try and fail, and then it's like the cost is their time and effort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't think many people look outside of, because I say this because I never did.
Yeah, well, and
it's
that's
like the only way I can get to where I want to go is STC has to be an international dominant fucking company.
Yeah, multi-million-dollar business.
And more recently, it's like, well, what I need is this outcome.
Yeah.
What's the various pathways that I can get there?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that is, I agree with you.
It's interesting.
Yeah, well, there will be another business outside of it, like fitness. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There'll be multiple things outside of fitness to accrue wealth and income. Like it's just a matter of time. Like,
and we say that off the back of obviously discussing you strong. Being good at systems, being good at service-based businesses in particular, having a lot of experience in that space. So we're able to be like, you know what? Like opening another business somewhere else, doing something else, sick. I'm fucking in.
Yeah.
Let's get a shit out of a lot of people. So maybe if you're the diligent number cruncher, super disciplined with money, that and just like can repeat a task consistently over time, it's like, well, why don't you do face-to-face for 5 years? Save 30% of your income and buy 3 investment properties.
Yeah. It's the safest approach.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, historically, that would be the safest approach.
Yeah, and it's not trying to sell that thing. It's just like, what's your skill set that you're good at? And if it's showing up and it's putting money away, how can you leverage that money to, instead of just the business has to do something that maybe you're uncomfortable with?
Yeah.
Or that even falls outside of that natural skill set. The talent is a better word.
Yep.
What are you talented at? Because I'm not that.
No, I agree.
I can't do the same thing over and over for an extended period of time.
I mean, we did for ages, but...
Yeah, but even then...
Things change.
It always evolved.
Yeah.
I trained
it's not the exact.
I trained Gen Pop for 4 years. I trained...
Yeah, I get it.
Like beginner female athletes for 4 years. Now I train
the
intermediates.
The challenge was different.
And we also ran multiple businesses on the outside of that.
Yeah. Yeah.